SmackDown, the go home show prior to the Elimination Chamber, which will be coming on tomorrow. And here it's will be. But first of all, let's do SmackDown. You'll be happy to know that myself and Gary had time in our day, our busy schedule, to review this episode of SmackDown. So, Gary, how you been? Oh, sorry, he just has to get off the thing for a second. But what happened on Raw that regarding this SmackDown, since things had to change. Gary, how you doing? Gary,
I'm alright, mate. Yeah, I'm alright.
What do you think of this today's SmackDown?
Shit.
Generally,
sorry, guys. Sorry, mate. It's just like it started off really well. Like the thing is that I thought like the cold open where we had we'll talk about the thing that started it in a minute, but then like there's some real good, some interesting matches on it, but then it just there's nothing that really built anything for built reasons I wanted to. Like, for example, we still had to buy pay-per-views. There was nothing that would make me want to go and buy Elimination Chamber. There was nothing there that made me go, you know what, I need to buy it to see X thing happen. I mean, the only thing that might make me want to buy it is Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre isn't wrestling on it. I don't think anyway. I don't think he's got a match that I can remember. If he does,
it's weird. He doesn't have a match, which is crazy. When you think about it. But yeah, let's start talking about it. For a start, obviously, when Jey Uso won on Raw, he wasn't supposed to actually win that match. It was supposed to be Big Bronson Reed, but Big Bronson Reed got injured, and so they're on the fly. They made Uso win it. I mean, if Uso wasn't able to wrestle in that match for whatever reason, and don't get me wrong, I do feel he's not able to wrestle in that match, because he is a big enough star to be in that match.
Yeah.
Then they should have given it to El Grande Americano to win. You know, in my opinion, on Raw. But no, they decided to do this stupid angle where he's injured, and we see him immediately going into the ambulance. And now we have another storyline where who was the person who injured Jey Uso? Was it the Vision? Was it Jacob Fatu? Was it Sami Zayn? Was it fucking Drew McIntyre? You know, who could it be? You know, was it somebody else? But anyway, that's how we started. But then we have our first match. Uncle Howdy versus Solo Sikoa. This feud is bollocks, isn't it? Like this whole fucking thing is bollocks.
I wish. Do you know what? I was just like saying, please let's see he gets the Flaming Lantern so we can finally be done with it. And he still doesn't get hold of the fucking lantern. Sorry, it just annoys me. It's just is there like I should care because like you know I was a huge Bray Wyatt fan, you know, and I'm glad that Bo Dallas. Sorry, if you want his real name, Tyler is Flaming back. Taylor, is back with WWE and he's employed and stuff like that. I really like the fact that he's. But this whole thing, Uncle Howdy Flaming White 6 stuff just balls the piss out of me. I don't know why.
No, look, what it is that when Bo Dallas was doing the induction of his dad at the Hall of Fame, people noticed, my God, mate, you look just like your brother Bray Wyatt. You know, with the beard and everything. He was like fucking Bray was there. Yeah. You know, Bo Dallas looks so much like him, and from that, I believe all the shenanigans has started, but it's not paid off. That mask, by the way, it looks really horrible to fucking work in.
It does.
You know, I would hate to wear a mask like that. Regardless, I feel a bit sorry for Solo Sikoa. I think he's done far more in the WWE than Bo Dallas has in recent years and recent times regarding their feud. But Bo comes in, wins the match, and then the MFTs do a little bit of after match beatings, but the White Six still don't have the lantern. What did he do? Bollocks. Bollocks.
Utter nonsense.
Now, not all of this is going to be in sequence, apart from the end. So because I just took it down as I saw it I watched it and then I realized shit, I didn't take down any notes. So I watched the highlights to get my notes. Logan Paul he wants in the chamber now that Jey Uso's out, and so does Jacob Fatu. So later on, we do have a match between Fatu and Logan Paul. Sami Zayn's also backstage. He's really pissed off.
Oh.
Looks like a possible heel turn for Sami Zayn. I'm not sure.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Can I rant about this a minute?
Yeah, rant away.
Right. So I let Sam know that I'm going on a bit of rant. And here it is. Right. Twice in 2 weeks, Sami Zayn has righteous anger about like not being able to, correctly not being able to like get opportunities other people are getting. But every time the other person's like going, it's on you. It's like, no, he's literally not been given the opportunity you be given because you're somebody's like favorite pawn piece. He has the right to be crossed like he is. Stop being such a flaming self-entitled knobhead and have some empathy. It's like actually, like if you used to take. I think that's where they're going. They're going like Sami Zayn's going to heel. I really don't want to see it because like I like Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's so likable. As I'd rather that Cody Rhodes got turned heel because at least then, because the guy could be a really good heel. I mean, I don't think he will be because he's such a good midfielder, but I could be like, my God, he's such a great heel. But like this stink with Sami Zayn, I don't get it. It's like everything he's saying is correct. It's literally like that's like what he said last week was correct, and what he said this week was correct. It's like why have they chosen you? Why didn't they choose me? It's like, yeah, why haven't they chosen him? It's like he was in that match too. But it should be those two. Logan Paul shouldn't have had any part of this, but because they've got a flaming rib off the flaming vision for some reason, maybe it's because he's got to give Paul Heyman something to do, then stand next to bloody Brock Lesnar.
Well, look, I actually think Brock Lesnar should be in charge of the division.
I agree.
I think he should be like the new leader, and by the way, let Brock Lesnar talk for fuck's sake. He can talk, People think he can't. Like when he was on Raw, like Brock Lesnar's going to be on Raw. He didn't say a fucking word. It was all Paul Heyman, And like, come on, Brock. We all know Brock can talk. Brock doesn't need a mouthpiece. Regardless, I'm going to get to the part of the show that I actually enjoyed. Yeah.
This is the show that I really did.
Johnny Gargano's suffering depression. No, I'm going to the part I enjoyed personally, and that's the depression of Johnny Gargano, and the fact he just like I didn't know how this could be so fucking funny, but it was. Look, and they'll milk it for what it's worth, and it'll stop being funny after a while. But for now, just watching Johnny Gargano just lying down flat on the fucking announce table like he did, I laughed my ass off. It was stupid. It was stupid, but it worked for me. It really did.
I'm with you.
And it's good to see his wife Candice LeRae have a match because honestly, she's just been fighting. She hasn't been fighting anybody. She's just been a valet of sorts, so to speak, or a fucking
glorified manager. She's been
glorified manager, glorified cheerleader. Anyway. She fought Jordan Grace?
Yeah, she fought Jordan Grace. And it was Johnny who cost the match in that one, which...
Yeah, just by walking off because he was so depressed. They have not once brought up the fact that Tommaso Ciampa has left. They just don't want to bring that up for some reason.
It's because they'd have to mention AEW, and I don't think...
They don't have to mention AEW. They could just say he's left. But I think what it is that they don't want people Googling where he's gone. Yeah, they don't want to even like he doesn't exist anymore. Like, come on. The reason why he's depressed, because Axios, he lost Axios' mask. Fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? That I found stupid. But nevertheless, he played the role very well.
You can use the fact that his tag team partner, the guy he was literally tag teaming with, not that long ago. Fabian just took off and left, and Fabian has now gone to the competition. You can literally say he's gone to another wrestling company and has left. And that's why he's depressed. You can have character moments of that, and like I thought, as I said, like I agree with you. Like Joey Gargano's done a really good job of really playing this.
It's just funny. He's very funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, another thing that was funny, but also a bit stupid, though I have to admit, is Obafemi versus the Miz.
Oh
Now,
God, I hated this fucking pit.
They had a bit of a verbal jousting before Obafemi finally got his hands on Miz and beat the shit out of him.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Can Obafemi actually work? Because I've not actually watched NXT, so I don't know. So I'm
he can.
I'm getting the impression at the moment, and maybe it's a false impression, that the guy can't work.
No, he can work.
It's just because he's having the same build that they gave to the Ultimate Warrior or to other people who can't work.
Goldberg, Brock Lesnar to a degree.
Yeah. Where they're just giving him 4-second matches. No, not 4 seconds matches, but like 3 or 4 moves that he does, and then the other person just does 1 or 2 moves to him, and then that's a match. It's like, so he's the Ultimate Warrior then. I mean, what other conclusion am I supposed to come to? The conclusion.
I think it's stupid. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really stupid.
No. By the way, I'm not blaming Obafemi for this. It's the way that WWE have booked him. It's like look, I understand they want to book this guy as an unstoppable killer. Look, I've got no problem with that. But the thing is that as an unstoppable killer, people should get hits on it. And I'm not just talking 1 or 2. I'm talking several. Because the thing is that he should get rocked a couple of times. Because the thing is that what would make him really good, Stego, is that he takes a beating, but then like at the end he does that flaming River City plunge over it is that he does as finish. That's what it looks like to me. He does that, and then boom, that's your flaming. That's how you build a gap. Because at the moment, I've got to say that I'm coming to the conclusion, and maybe it's a wrong one, that the guy can't work.
No, look, I've seen his NXT matches. The guy can work. Yeah.
By the way, that's not my fault. I don't watch NXT religiously. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. I've got a life to live. I don't go watch so much wrestling in it. And the fact is, I don't watch NXT. So the thing is that I've only been introduced to him as part of the Raw roster. So as part of the Raw roster,
he's still a free agent allegedly. I mean, he's on Smackdown today. Sorry. He's
on Smackdown. Sorry.
No, Gary, I get what you're saying. You don't know what he's about. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Okay, I'm just saying regarding him at this moment in time is that I'm sick to death of this. The biggest free agent in the WWE. Like, for fuck's sake, just put him in the fucking show, for fuck's sake. Yeah, stop speaking for people.
He was on SmackDown last week. He was on SmackDown this week.
He was Raw as well and everything. Like, the guy is constantly just going, pillar to post, squashing people. He is a good wrestler. Yeah.
If I was, well, basically what they could do was maybe like to build up to Mania, is maybe like they put there is a little bit of a bidding war. And maybe like Adam Pearce wins it, and he's the one who goes against Brock Lesnar. Boom. Well, I've just booked a bloody WrestleMania match that actually people will give a shit about, because like you got the old monster in Flaming Brock Lesnar, and you got the new monster in Obafemi. Like like it basically writes itself. I think it was Cheeto who said this last week. I think, but anyway,
we have a US title match. Before the match started, Carmelo Hayes bumps into Ilya Dragunov, who's not suited, or he's not wearing he's wearing a suit. Sorry, and he's not wearing his ring gear, and so he thinks that he hasn't been winning matches recently, so he feels he's not worthy of a title match.
I fucking hated this part.
And so he, when Carmelo goes out, he fights Matt Cardona instead. And it was an okay match. I mean, they were both faces, but Matt was trying to heal it up a little bit, so to speak. But I just saw the comeback. I saw the Carmelo Hayes win. I didn't. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that the US title matches have been, well, the last few weeks anyway, before this one, the best matches on the show by quite some distance. And this, I mean, Matt Cardona did a good job of trying to make Camille Hayes look good, and I still think they just clicked in the ring, in my personal opinion. But this whole Ilya Dragunov, I'm depressed thing, just doesn't. I don't know. It's just stupid. It's like this is just bad booking, guys. Look, you could have it that the guy's gone on a bit of a loser streak, and maybe you could have it that like maybe he's a little bit down on himself. But then you could have like somebody. You could have like Camille Hayes should be going. Oh, these things going. You should be going like you've took me to the limit. Like last few times we've done it, and you've nearly beaten me. You need to remember who you are, because then you point the guy over. And you just and you acknowledge the fact that he's lost a couple of matches, but then you're like saying, no, but you've really, you've taken me to my limit. It's like boom, and then you have the match. This will build up to, in my opinion, what should happen at Mania, which is him versus Dragunov again. That should
again.
No, it should be. It should be at Mania.
Yeah, but they fought too many. They fought too many times for it to be
No, but I mean,
Mania match.
All right, but you can't say that they've not had amazing matches with each other.
No, I'm just saying that maybe Carmelo Hayes fights somebody like Javon Evans from Raw, and something like that. I'm not saying they haven't had amazing matches. I just think that it's just not Mania worthy if you fought several times within the last few weeks, which is why nobody wants Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes again. Because they've already fought several times in the last few months in title matches as well. But regardless, Carmelo Hayes wins and he's still champion. By the way, Tiffany Stratton looks fucking amazing now. I think she's lost a bit of weight, by the way.
Yes, she has done.
Yeah.
I mean, she's. I don't know. Since she got dumped by what's his name? What's his face? The German guy.
Really?
Yeah.
They broke up.
The rumor is, and this is the rumor, is that apparently for real he went into Charlotte's DMs. That's the rumor. I'm saying that was the actual rumor is that he was literally, was it Ludwig Kaiser? He was in flaming Charlotte's flaming DMs apparently. That's the rumors I've heard. I'm not saying that they're true. I'm just saying those are the rumors that's going around the interwebs. But yes, so since then, she seems to have got herself in shape. And to be honest with you,
she looks fucking amazing, man. She looks honestly, she looks better than ever.
Yes, and plus, I've got to say, like her match against who was it against now? Against
Kairi Sane.
It was Kairi Sane, was it? Yeah,
Kairi Sane. Yeah,
that was do you know what? That was really good. I know Kairi Sane's really good anyway, but I thought Tiffany Stratton.
I thought it was okay.
I thought Tiffany Stratton looked great. I mean, like she looks a bit better than it used to. I mean, like because she looked a bit clunky in the ring when she first started. Especially when she was champion, it kind of like it looked like people had to carry her. This time she looks quite smooth with everything. Everything looked like it flowed. Looks like she had a bit more confidence. I mean, the match itself was okay. I agree with you, but I'm just saying, like her work in it was pretty good. I just think the booking on it was shit.
She was supposed to fight Asuka, but that never materialized. That is a main. That could be a Mania match right there.
I agree.
Tiffany Stratton versus Asuka, but which is what made me immediately think that the moment Kairi Sane had to fight her, but I wouldn't be surprised if WWE makes it a fucking SmackDown match next week. You know what I mean? So
yeah, because their booking ideas are ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
sorry, go. No, go. What do you want to say?
I mean, the thing is that we have. I mean, like. They keep on doing this, which is having like Drew McIntyre going, "Oh, I'm the champion, and I'm gonna fuck off because like I don't have to wrestle on a wrestling show." Is that going like, dude, you're a wrestler? Why are you not wrestling? And then Nick Aldis is there going, "I want you to go into my because about 20 people want to kick your ass and stuff like that." It's like. do your fucking job and try and find out who fucking
Or
did this.
this is the thing. Like, look, I don't expect these guys to necessarily have title matches.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. But they could have tag matches. They could have grudge matches on
Oh,
SmackDown, on Raw.
Do you know what you could do for McIntyre? This would be totally character. Just have him beat the shit out of somebody. Just saying, I'm the champion and I'm a fucking badass and I'm going to beat the shit out of this like mid-tier wrestler for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to win. That's what he should have been doing, because the thing is that that's what he should do. He'd be going like, well, I don't have a wrestling match at Elimination Chamber, so I'm just going to just demonstrate what I can do. The thing is that then they would have flaming either Jake and Fatty while flaming Cody Rhodes come in, and they're going, I'm going to heal you, and then try and attack him, and then they would cost the other guy. The other guy would lose because of their interference. This is and the fact that I can tell that the fucking former they go down because they were doing it every fucking week. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm losing my temper now.
Look, even people like Cody Rhodes is not wrestling all the time. I'm not as hung up about these guys wrestling as much as a lot of other people. I do want them, to still wrestle in matches on Raw, SmackDown with it, and I think tag matches could be a good way of getting them involved in some sort of feud or whatever.
Yeah, because before like I don't know, a big pay-per-view, what they used to do is that on Raw SmackDown they'd have like a Stone Cold in a tag match, or they'd have him in a three-way, or they'd have him in something before again with the people that he was going to be wrestling the next night, and then make sure that person didn't get his hands on the belt. The other person would take the fall. That's the way you do it.
I think also at the same time, like, I think they're a bit worried. I think with so many people getting injured now, like they can't afford to get other guys injured.
But I would say that's their own fault, because they've got these people working an impossible schedule. They've got them working they've got working either work Monday or Thursdays, and then the rest of the time they're working house shows. So they're working around the clock to make money. Instead, they pay them a good wage for just doing that. And by the way, AEW will pay people just to work. I think like once to have to do a couple of house shows, but that's fine. The thing is that the more you work, the more chance of you getting injured, because fatigue is going to set in. And plus the thing is that nothing feels new anymore. Like, it feels like we've seen every match 1,000 times now, and that's the way. That's how you keep people fresh. Is that people would get injured. But the thing is, the way you keep people fresh is you have a bigger you have people who can come in and out of certain spots, and you can put people into different spots. You know what I mean?
I just was wondering, because because SmackDown is in Louisville, Kentucky, and the Chamber is in Chicago. Yeah. I was wondering how long would it take to get from Louisville to Chicago?
I don't know.
And it's 4.5 hours by car. Yeah. But that's if they're lucky to get there by car in 4.5 hours. Because you're probably taking 5 or 6 hours to get there.
Yeah. Because the way you used to do it was that they did do the Raw in the place where they would be doing the pay-per-view, but they don't do that anymore for reasons I don't know.
Yeah, they still do. They do that sometimes, most of the time. Well, that's why I was kind of surprised that, if you're going to have SmackDown should always be in the same location as the pay-per-view the following day, and then Raw should be in the same location, really, but they usually travel on the Sunday now the pay-per-view is on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But but Raw without that will be in Vegas, or very, very close to Vegas on the following day after Mania, for instance, and stuff like that. But Let's just move on anyway, regardless. So let me get my notes here. We had probably the best match of the night. Oh, by the way, regarding Tiffany and Kyrie, Chelsea Green was on ringside.
Yeah. And that was the best part of the match was that Chelsea Green was there. It's like she was so good at commentary. She's there going like people put their hands on royalty and all this sort of stuff. I was just like going like I love Chelsea Green so much. It's like I'm sorry, but Michael Hayes needs to shut the fuck up about her.
I want to bring that up regarding Michael Hayes because he thinks that she's the sort of talent to put talent over and not be the main event itself. Now, um, apparently, Chelsea Green wants to have children. Yeah, and she's already 36 years old. So she hasn't got much in a cycle. She hasn't got much time left. So either she main events now, but if she does, she'll never ever have a chance to be a mother, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they'll just work her to death. I mean, look at what they do to poor Rhea Ripley. I mean, like the poor woman can't. I don't think she's really had any time off apart from when she's been injured. Not even when she's injured.
That's the only time. That's the only time wrestlers get time off is when they're
injured.
I
mean, even when she was injured, she was forced to be on the show because she had to wear that stupid face mask.
That's the sort of injury they can get around, like a broken nose. But usually, if it's something else, they can't get around. But yeah, regardless, I thought this was match of the night. Rayo versus the irresistible forces. Now, it was so funny because prior to these ladies getting named, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, we were wondering what sort of name they should call themselves, and we came up with all sorts of names. But I like irresistible forces.
Yeah, it kind of fits, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I had a feeling there was going to be a title change. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I thought there was as well. Like, don't think that kind of irritated me about the match. It's like constantly in this, they kept mentioning that Lash Legend had a basketball background. I don't know why. I don't know if they have like some sort of like was it fitting with the WNBA or something like that. I don't know. But they kept mentioning it. I mean, they mentioned it more than once. Let's put it that way. But yeah, the match was great. Like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are such a great tag team, and I just have a suspicion, and that I thought as soon as they won, I thought, all right, Rhea Ripley's probably going to win the thing tomorrow. I hope that's not the case. I hope that maybe that they get.
I think so too. By the way, just a quick comment here. Logan Paul, Austin Theory, the Vision joins Dominic. Maybe Dominic joins the Vision.
Yeah. No, he's still part. He's still part of the thing, isn't he? He's still part of the.
Yeah, I know, but Judgment Day seems to be all over the place at the moment. But I agree with you. By the way, I do believe that for her to vacate the belt means that she'll probably be number one contender to go up against Jade Cargill, who also has hardly been fighting since she's been champion. By the way, I also may add. But yeah, I personally think they should be. Look, I personally think that the champion should have title matches like CM Punk is to a degree. But I don't know, man. It's all up in the air. Like you don't want to. You don't want to you don't want your wrestlers getting injured at the same time. You don't want to create unnecessary feud. You want people to focus on the particular feud. I don't know. It's all over the fucking place.
I agree.
Regardless, this was a great match. I did like it very much. I knew when Ripley was selling her injuries and letting herself get tagged in, and she was selling her back like a motherfucker. I knew that was going to have an effect on the result. And Lash Legend did her finishing move. It looks really good, like a sort of sideways version of a vertebraker.
Yeah, it looks pretty whenever she does it correctly.
Yeah. And Rayo loses the belts. And so we've got new tag team champions, which is good because You know what? It's about time we do, and it's about time Rare and Io, Io Sky. And I'm not saying they have to be enemies, but it's about time they split up for a bit and just do their own thing.
I kind of like their energy together. I mean, I do, but I agree with you, like because they're better as singles competitors because they're both amazing single wrestlers. I mean, they have amazing matches together for a start. So I'm like, but I've enjoyed this sort of like, and I think that they could just go right. Well, I've got my match at Mania, and maybe like Io gets a match with somebody for, not for a belt, but like maybe like she gets like an opportunity to like wrestle somebody she doesn't like. Like maybe if it's like Asuka or something like that, and that they have a match, that could be really good.
I'm really sorry for it's wrestlers from the Vision right now. Come to think of it, Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed. They might not make WrestleMania, and this is the most important time. But as we said earlier, and I get mocked for this when I write on comments and threads online. But their schedule is the reason why they get fucking injured.
Yes,
these guys that they don't have a break.
because I mean, you got to think how many bumps these people take on a nightly basis. And
about 4 or 5 nights a week.
Yeah, and the thing is that you're always, I mean, and this is going to sound a bit silly, but you're always like one accident away from being on the shelf. I mean, because the thing is that all you need is one loss of concentration on one night, and you're done. And the thing is that, and it can be that quickly. And the thing is that
it doesn't even have to be a lot of concentration. It's like wear and tear on your body. Yeah. Like what happened to Bronson Reed? It looked so innocuous, but he pulled his fucking bicep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it was something simple. I think it was like an elbow drop or something. So it was something like
you watch it on Raw. It's a nothing burger, dude. He just reaches out. He reaches out his arm, and then he actually looks at his hand, and he tries to grip it. And he realized, and then he knew, what, something's wrong. Like, and he rolled himself out the ring, and the doctor was looking at him, and then it became a one-on-one match after that. But anyways, Jey Uso ended up winning that match, but he is now on the shelf, and well, not on the shelf, but he's been eliminated from the Elimination Chamber. There's a pun for you, and his space is up for grabs. And
I thought this was really bad booking, personally. Because they should have just had Jey Uso there, and maybe like he gets eliminated in the first thing. I mean, to actually having Fabian, world famous scammer, Fabian like Logan Paul as a person represent your company on one of the biggest pay-per-views you've got, Fabian doesn't bode well.
There's a whole bunch of people within the WWE who are associated with the worst of the worst, and who have tie in with Donald Trump, for instance, who's a notorious paedophile rapist. And Logan Paul happens to be one of them, but the owners themselves, Dana White to Triple H, and to Linda McMahon, who's the education secretary, for fuck's sake, like fuck them all. That's all I can say. Then people will then make fun of someone like CM Punk who has different opinions, but I tell everyone else, listen, majority of people, well, not majority of people, but there are tons of people out there who are working for billionaires. Would there be a guy working in Asda, or working in some sort of franchise store or business? You're working for somebody who's very rich, and CM Punk is no different. But at least he's allowed to have an opinion. I hope he still is. Because he's a top guy. Maybe he is allowed to have an opinion still. But regardless, in this match between Logan Paul and Fatu, it wasn't too bad. But Logan, we got the masked man, or a masked man.
Fuck me.
And like he comes in,
and Logan Paul pulls the match off. Sorry, let's talk about the match first.
No, well, I want to get to the masked man in the match. Like he comes in, does he end up stomping? What's his face?
He stomps Austin Theory, and then all of a sudden, Logan Paul comes out after him, and
Yeah,
then
grabs him and pulls the mask off.
and then it's some nobody.
Absolute nobody. And this is the thing. Like, this is the thing. That this could be a decoy mask, man.
It probably is, but it's still such a underwhelming. I mean, like, if it was like some really big like name, and I don't mean like some name who's debuting, I could have been on board with that.
I think, Gary, that because of the match we had today between Fatu and Ball, which was for the Chamber, I don't think any of this maskman shit was supposed to be here today. But because of last minute changes in order to get Jey Uso's replacement. Because I think Jey Uso is taking time off or whatever before Mania, or spend time with his brother. I think there might be some issues, some family at home issues, because Jey Uso wasn't at SmackDown. Jacob Fatu was representing Jey Uso as the Samoan guy. Where was Jay? Sorry, did I say Jay? Jimmy. I mean Jimmy. Where the fuck was Jimmy Uso on SmackDown?
I don't know actually.
Yeah, exactly. He's not with his brother. So yeah, I think there's family issues that Jay and Jimmy have to deal with regarding maybe Naomi and all of that. But that's just speculation. But that's why, if as I said earlier, if it was capable of being in the chamber, he probably would be. But with Trick Williams being a bit of a tweener, and everyone else being a face, they probably needed a heel quite desperately, which is why Logan Paul's in there, just to mix it up a little bit. By the way, I did also laugh when LA Knight was giving his promo earlier, and Trick Williams said, "Whoop that trick," and then LA goes, "Did you tell me to whoop that trick?" And Trick goes, "Yes." He goes, "Okay then," and he whoops him. It's like, yeah, that was funny. I like that. I thought that was funny. For a very mediocre SmackDown, I thought that was a funny moment. But regardless, this part of a rewritten story arc for SmackDown.
From what I've heard, this guy who they got is like some local jobber. Some local worker. I'm like thinking, so you couldn't have got somebody that we know, like some independent worker that people say should be in WWE. They couldn't.
Yeah, but then people start speculating on that when they don't want it. Block. Probably they just want a decoy, which is what I feel this guy is. He's a decoy. He's not the masked man. He's a masked man, but not the masked man. I feel like and they don't want to. They don't want to, like, maybe not hiring or whatever.
And another thing, we're gonna find out who's in that fucking box. And if it's Chris Jericho, I'm gonna be cross.
You think there's a person in that box?
Oh yeah, I'm going to put some money on it.
All right, we'll find that out.
Do you know what? I'm going to put my cash into the table. I bet you $5 next time I see you. It's Chris Jericho that's in that box.
I don't want to bet any money because I don't care too much. But for argument's sake, all right. You know what? I'll take your bet for the sake of it. Yeah, because I'm your mate and I don't want to make this bet. But all right, anything else but Jericho is my bet.
Okay.
And you're Jericho. How's that?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Anything else but Jericho is for £5.
It's definitely going to be a person, though. I reckon.
It could be anything else. I want to. You got to give me the benefit here. Anything else? It could be a person. It could be a fucking piano. Yeah. Yes. Anything else but Jericho, and you have Chris Jericho. Fair enough. Yes. Because you're quite adamant. £5. Okay, fine. We'll do it.
If I'm wrong on this, I'll own it. But Fabian, like, I just think I am. I think I'm on the money because I think they'll do something that stupid.
Fair enough.
Maybe I'm wrong, and they won't. But like, I just don't have any trust in this company at the moment.
Well, they're having to work on the fly and rewrite shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, that aspect I don't have a problem with because injuries happen. It's the long-term booking that I have a problem with. Because because the thing is, we're going towards Mania. Apart from Roman Reigns versus Punk, I can't think of a single match that they've built towards. I mean, like the very they built towards Vicky versus Liv Morgan. They've done that. Okay, that's pretty cool. I want to see that, but like apart from that, I can't think of anything else they built towards. There's no feud because this is where they should be cementing feuds going towards Mania. So for me, it should be Sami Zayn should be having a feud with somebody that puts him in the title sort of picture. So like he should be having a match with somebody like I don't know, I'm trying to think of the guy. Like I don't know, an LA Knight or a flaming like a Jacob Fatu or something like that. Somebody who is title contender and he beats him clean. That's what should happen.
Maybe Randy Orton.
Yes. Like Randy's going to go out. He's probably going to leave the business not too distant future. This is something he could do. He could put over flaming like Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn beats him clean. He goes for the RKO. He reverses it. He gives the hoover kick. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's that done. Right, and then he starts and he starts getting win after win after win after win. So when we get to Mania next year, he's the clear guy that they're putting into that spot. But have they missed the window? I don't know.
I can see that. Like I said, there's so many possibilities. I personally want Finn Balor to win at the Chamber because nobody expects him to do so. Yeah, and I would want him to win. And I know the guys on Raw are not up for this. Yeah, but I want Finn Balor to win, and then I want the Raw main event to be a triple threat match. Because Roman Reigns has won the Rumble, so he's entitled to his match.
Mm-hmm.
And then CM Punk will say, you know what? Well, I'm entitled to my rematch, and Finn Balor's the champion. You know, and he can vacate the belt of Mania, and everybody's happy.
Yeah, but I can see that. I mean, because the thing is that Finn Balor, I mean, like the guy had such bad luck when he got the championship the first time. Because I think
he only got it once.
Yeah, he got it once. He literally got.
But I did look. I'm not looking from. Yeah, but look, I'm not looking from a life. But look, you right now, WWE need to really cash in on their top guys because people are getting injured, and people like Finn Balor are valuable because the guy's not. Yeah, since he's had his injury, he's been pretty consistently okay for the WWE. And I think he's entitled to this moment, and he earned his stripes. I always believe if you earn your stripes, you deserve to be a top tier champion, and he's a good wrestler. People like him. They enjoy his matches, and I just want him to win for the sake of nobody believing that he will win. That it's just he's a glorified jobber in that match against CM Punk, and I want to be proven wrong because everybody feels that CM Punk is going to win. Everybody.
Yeah.
And what will make it better is that CM Punk loses.
Well, I mean, because as I said, Fergal's a great wrestler anyway, so it'll just be good. Sorry, I bloody know the fella, but he is a great wrestler. So it'll be well earned because the guy's amazing. As I said, what they did on Raw with AJ Styles. But you know what? That's one thing that WWE does really well is the tribute packages because TNA must have given them like access to put that stuff on. And to me, he should go on on Impact and retire there as well because the guy to me is Mr. TNA. You know what I mean? I know he left, but even so, like he was there past when he could have left. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, Masked Man definitely a
decoy.
A decoy. I do feel that
I 100% agree with you.
I do think we'll see a Masked Man in the Chamber, and maybe on Raw as well, maybe a Revelation too. And regarding the match, Drew McIntyre gets involved, hits Fatu in the face with the belt, knocks him out, hides very quickly behind the ring, and Logan Paul gets the win, and he's now going to the Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Let's mark the episode. We're going to give it out of 10.
Out of 10, 3.
I'll give it. I'll give it an average 5. Maybe no. I'll give it a 4. Look, I liked. There's a couple of things I like, but it felt
Some of the
very
matches were
flat.
great. Some of the matches were great. But it's just the same old bollocks time after time after time.
Yeah,
And I want something new.
it felt very flat. You know,
Yes.
so
By the way, the way that the framing like opened it, it wasn't a cold opening. It was like it was straight into the what was it, the hospital? They put him in. I'm like, that's
the
fucking
Who
great.
Done It
Yeah, great.
storyline.
Yeah. I was there. I was really hyped for it, and the fact that they let me down has made me like really not like this episode because like
WWE can be really, really interesting to watch when you know they have to make last minute changes
yeah.
because things have changed. You know, oh shit, this guy just got injured, or this is happening. Like you remember that one pay per view where Triple H had to fight 3 matches in one night. You know what
Yes,
I
I do remember
mean,
that.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
what was that pay per view? I can't even remember what that pay per view was, but I do recall it because I think it was like somebody got injured or something like that, and he had to like call a match on the fly to him. And it's just like, and I felt so sorry for him because he looked blown by the third one.
yeah, they tried to give him as much time as possible, but but he was he was a baby face at the time.
Yes, he was.
So that's what they did. What they did with him, but he basically he won the belt, and then by the end of the match, I think he fought Randy Orton in the third match, and
Yes,
he ended up losing, which and it was a credible loss because so.
yes.
All right, we're done here. You're giving it a 3. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. A couple of good matches and a couple of funny moments here and there, but a couple here and a couple there in a 3-hour show, it's not enough. It's definitely not enough. And what the fuck, Netflix? Why were there? Why did we have to have these commercial breaks on the show? When they start, we see the wrestlers posing, dun dun dun, and they're going like this and shit like
Oh
that.
god, the metal thing like
That's commercial break.
yeah, like when like when that was happening during when I was watching Netflix. All they were doing was doing that is it was just driving me nuts about
Because they should. They look. You can just skip it. By the way, if you press the 10, the skip 10 seconds, you press that.
I can, but I was just making sure that I didn't because they were doing it during people's entrances, and I knew exactly what it was. It was what you were saying.
I know, yeah, but regardless, I was skipping it, so it wasn't bad for me, but I was expecting that by that time it's been several hours since SmackDown was aired live. They could have got rid of those commercial break sections. You know what I mean? So what the fuck? So you know what? Yeah, 4 is a valid mark. All right. So tomorrow, hopefully, if we get the opportunity, myself and Gary and maybe some of the other guys within the tube, we'll be doing a review of the Elimination Chamber. That'll be on tonight. If you want to watch it tonight on on Netflix, you can do. If you're from America, use a VPN and you can watch it for free live on Netflix, which is what me and myself, Gary, will be doing when we wake up tomorrow morning. All right, thank you, Gary. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to NerdTube, the greatest social media channel you never heard of. Take care, bye bye, and we'll see you tomorrow evening. Hopefully.